Well, we've heard the word pandemic being coined around the novel coronavirus before, with the likes of the German Health Minister Jens Spahn using it earlier on Wednesday. But the announcement from the WHO is certainly significant. They had previously been calling the novel coronavirus the spread of a very high risk. That's the highest level that they had before officially making the declaration of a pandemic. Now, they say this was because, as you heard in that shot there, they were severely concerned by both the alarming levels of spread and severity and the inaction from relevant governments. Now, the announcement has certainly got a lot of people talking on social media. The word pandemia is currently top trending on Twitter. And if we look at Google Trends, the word pandemic, very little interest over the last week until it reached a huge spike today with that WHO announcement. A lot of people taking to search engines to ask, what exactly does this mean and what is the context? Well, let me try and answer a few questions about exactly what this means with regard to the novel coronavirus. It started out as a small outbreak. That's when then there's a small but unusual number of similar cases of one virus, particularly in this case in Wuhan, Hubei province. That then grew to an epidemic, from an outbreak to an epidemic when it got over a larger geographical area and other people started to get affected. But when does this epidemic become a pandemic? Well, the definition that a lot of people refer to is from the Dictionary of Epidemiology, and they say that a pandemic is one of an epidemic which occurs worldwide over a larger area, crossing international boundaries and usually affecting a larger number of people. Now, as we heard, the World Health Organization have been very careful to say that it is not a word that they use carelessly, and what it actually means is that really it doesn't change the assessment of the threat posed by this novel coronavirus, and it certainly doesn't change what they are doing and advising governments to do when it comes to this. Now, for context, the last WHO pandemic declaration was made in 2009 over the H1N1 influenza outbreak, more commonly known as swine flu. There were other coronaviruses such as SARS in 2002-03. That wasn't declared a pandemic because it was largely contained within both China and Hong Kong. But a clear message here, Ollie, with this declaration, that while it doesn't necessarily change much in terms of their response, they say that this means that they are trying to call for more urgent action, perhaps, from both governments and authorities to help with this virus outbreak.